Misfits Audio is somewhat proud to present The Administration, a series written and created by Mike Murphy and starring Joe STOFKO as President-elect Richard Duncan and H. Keith Lyons as his Chief of Staff, Mergatroid. Episode 1 is entitled, We Won?
We won?
We did.
How'd we do that?
According to the Constitution, when neither candidate for president gets enough electoral votes, the House of Representatives decides who the next president will be.
Right, but they've had more votes on that than Lindsay Lohan's had mugshot pictures taken.
Just what they thought. Every time they took a vote, it came out a tie between you and the other candidate, Emil Carstairs.
Boo!
Please, sir, how many times have I asked you not to do that?
Sorry, I figured one more wouldn't hurt.
Make that the last one.
Okay, party pooper. So, how'd the House finally break the tie?
Well, they got sick of their whole constitutional duty thing, especially with Thanksgiving fast approaching, so they exercised a little-known clause in the Constitution that allows them to pass on the decision to an average American.
Who?
Mr. Olaf Krangle of Poughkeepsie.
Who's he?
Well, he's the manager of a local pizza palace.
I love their breadsticks.
I know you do. I've seen our ledger.
So, Olaf's a fan of mine?
No.
But I thought you said we won.
We did. Krangle can't stand you or Carstairs, so he flipped a coin. You won.
Was I heads or tails?
What difference does that make?
Well, you can never tell. It could be very important to know when I'm writing my memoirs.
I'll check with Krangle.
We must do something for him, Mergatroid.
Like what?
Where'd you say he was from?
Poughkeepsie.
That's it. We'll make him the U.S. ambassador to Poughkeepsie.
You can't do that.
I can do whatever I want. I'm president.
President-elect.
Okay. Why can't I make Olaf the ambassador to Poughkeepsie?
Because Poughkeepsie is part of the United States.
Nah.
Yes.
Are you telling me that somewhere in this great land of ours there's a town named Poughkeepsie?
Yes, sir. It's in New York.
Well, we can't have that.
No?
What sounds foreign? We'll have to change the name.
To what?
I'm not sure. We'll let the Poughkeepsians vote on 3 possibilities.
Which will be?
First, Washington. Who could object to naming their city after the first president, eh?
We already have 2 Washingtons in the country.
We do?
Uh-huh.
Washingtonville, then, and Lincolnville, and Mayberry.
Mayberry?
If it was good enough for Don Knotts, it's good enough for them.
I think we better wait on that until you're sworn in, sir.
If you insist. Or send Olaf a fruit basket, then.
Good idea.
Lots of kiwi.
If you say so.
So, what's next?
You must prepare for your new administration.
Of course. How do I do that?
You'll need to pick many people to work with you.
How many people do I have working for me now?
1. Me.
That's not enough?
Not even close.
My Uncle Larry's been looking for a job for a while. Maybe he could do something.
I'm sure we can find a place for him.
Vice president?
That slot is already taken.
By whom?
Hobson Coolant,
Who?
the ex-senator from Georgia. Surely you remember him.
Can't say I do.
He was nominated with you at the National Convention back in July.
Where all those pretty balloons fell on my head?
That's the place.
Where's he now?
He's outside in the parking lot.
The guy singing It's Raining Men while jumping on a pogo stick?
That's him.
Isn't he a little odd?
He's beyond that, sir. The vice president-elect is certifiably crazy. And I have the certificate on file.
Then why'd we pick him for the job, Mergatroid?
Insurance.
Couldn't he get insurance somewhere else? His wife, maybe.
You don't understand, sir. Selecting Mr. Coolant as the vice president will give anyone planning to harm you second thoughts.
How so?
You're only moderately eccentric. Coolant is nuts. No one wants a certifiable loon in the Oval Office.
Man, we've had them before.
And no one wants a certifiable loon in the Oval Office again.
Logical, as always.
The biggest position you'll need to fill is Secretary of State.
Any suggestions?
I was thinking it might be a nice bipartisan move to nominate your opponent, Mr. Carstairs, to take that place in your cabinet.
I guess so, but they're pretty small.
What are?
My cabinets. Hope the ones in the White House are bigger. Carstairs is a tall man. I think he'll be kind of cramped if we stuff him inside a cabinet for 4 years.
It's not that kind of cabinet, sir.
No?
No, your cabinet is a group of people who serve at the pleasure of the president. They'll all have definite jobs to do, and they won't be trapped in anything for 4 years.
Well, so they'll have chairs?
Oh, yes. Nice, comfy ones.
Oh, good. That might make Carstairs more likely to take the job. Who else did I need to pick?
Well, there are many other positions, including the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of Education, and the Secretary of the Interior.
What's the last one do, the interior guy?
He's in charge of everything outdoors.
The Secretary of the Interior is in charge of everything outside?
Yes, sir.
That doesn't seem right.
It's been that way for years.
We'll need to change that, too.
Maybe Olaf can help.
Good idea. Is he an outdoorsman?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check.
Well, you do that. Hey, he could feed all the hungry bears those yummy breadsticks.
I don't believe it's wise to feed wild animals, sir.
But I'm sure the bears would enjoy those breadsticks. I like bears.
Yes, hence Mr. Woggles, your teddy.
A finer teddy bear God never made.
Of course not.
So what else do we need to do, Mergatroid?
Oh, many things, but they'll have to wait.
For what?
For episode 2.
Who's he?
He's the announcer.
The who?
The announcer. And I'm in a bit of a hurry. May I begin now?
Do me one favor first.
What's that?
Toss me Mr. Woggles.
Here.
I missed you, Mr. W. Hug, hug.
It's going to be a long 4 years.
Perhaps 8 years.
I'll have to buy some stock in Tylenol.
Now, Mergatroid?
Please.
Misfits Audio has presented Episode 1 of The Administration, written, created, and produced by Mike Murphy. It starred Joe STOFKO as Richard Duncan and H. Keith Lyons as Mergatroid. The assistant producer was Captain John Tadrzak. Post-production was accomplished by Tasos Kostopoulos. Original music was composed and performed by Sam Wu. Please visit his website at the61.com/Sam1010. The art director is Stephen Sash Scott. The webmaster is April Sadowski. This has been a production of Misfits Audio, copyright 2011. All rights reserved. This is Terry Cooper speaking.
Does Daddy love Mr. Woggles? Yes, he does.
Note to self, lose the teddy bear before Inauguration Day.